We good. We good. This mic here is nice.
My mic.
My mic sounds nice, check.
My mic doesn't.
My mic sounds nice.
1, 2, 3. Ask her to get turned up a little bit.
Yeah. Listen. What up, everybody? Welcome to Billionear Radio, because the billions are near.
There I go.
I'm your host, Big Arm.
Yeah.
That's right, the lad with the pad.
Yeah.
AKA the industry plug.
Yeah.
Over here we have
the infamous, inappropriate one, Lateef. Billions.
We should just throw you a mic, like a separate mic with some gold and some stars.
Billions.
Yeah. Billionaire Radio, as we said. We're the infamous Troll Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
This is that show that makes you mad.
It's going to make you laugh.
Make you cry.
It's going to make you ponder and think.
Yeah, but you're going to know. It's going to keep you entertained. That's it.
Oh,
it's that show that keeps you entertained. We don't do nothing else for you.
Oh, man.
We'll keep you entertained. If you guys are new to the channel, please like, comment, share,
subscribe, and hit that bell.
You got to hit that bell.
Hit that bell.
We appreciate that. You know, LLNEAR, Billionaire. Today's show. Woo! Before we get into today's show.
EAGLES Eagles!
All right, that's like 5 minutes next. But, all right, so, anyway, yeah, on that note, man.
Yeah.
Today is season 2, episode 74. And with the infamous Troll Brothers, we're going to take you on an infamous plane ride. It's going to be a plane ride. It's going to be a little rocky, a little bit of turbulence, a little bit of shaky, but at the end of the day, it's going to be a smooth landing.
Oh, yeah.
And right now, we live on Glockaware, so tune in. Today's show is sponsored by Outfit For You, a family of brands by Michael Keenan. Hey, if you want your brands to be successful, be productive, make money, my guy's Michael, he's the guy. Why do I say that? Because his company built a lot of these fashion brands you guys like to wear. Some of these fashion brands, WESC, Hurley, Steve Madden, Joseph Abboud, Ralph Lauren, Tommy Hilfiger, and Sean John. You guys watching TV understand his company also does the wardrobe styling for at least 17 of these shows that you guys are watching. Like NCIS, Chicago, Law & Order, Blue Bloods, Magnum PI, SWAT. This is us, and all those FBI shows. There's not a night that you're not going to see his stuff. He has a team, a network of executives making this thing happen. Entertainment, retail, fashion. Just check him out. Hit him up at outfitforyou.com. Or just go to Michael at outfitforyou.com. On that note, season 2, episode 74.
And let's get it popping.
You know, it's not a sports show, but my Eagles won. Philadelphia Eagles won. Now you can do the. Now you can let them have it. If you got there you go.
GLES Eagles.
Listen, I tell everybody that this team is going to be dominant. So, I know it's early. We won 2 games, but we 2-0.
Mm-hmm.
We beat the Vikings. That was really tough.
Mm-hmm.
I love when the Vikings came into town to disrespect the Rocky statue. Again.
They was out there again.
They came deep. And they left home with their heads down.
Yeah, man. I was messing with them all day, bro.
So we rolling. For everybody that says Jalen Hurts can't throw more than 20 yards, I think they're like retracting their statement now.
Listen, man, back in the day, we used to say the revolution will not be televised. Well, this revolution will be televised. I knew Jalen was what he was. And what I loved about Jalen the most is he worked hard. He worked on his craft. And when the season is over, he's still working. Like, he got a goal. You understand what I'm saying? And he about to be the best in the game. I don't care what nobody got to say about that.
I just love that we won. I don't care about all this stuff. I just care that we won. I don't care how we got it done. I take an ugly win. I take an extra point. I take a field goal. I don't care. We 2-0. We rolling. I got us in the NFC Championship this year. I don't care if you like it or not. Just know.
Why does when a quarterback runs for a TD, it doesn't count as a TD? Why does a quarterback have to pass the ball for it to be considered a TD?
Did you ever hear that?
All right, when they do your stats, when they do quarterback stats, he threw for 306 yards, and then it'll say no TDs, and then it'll say over here running TDs.
I don't know. You got to bring that paperwork in. I've never seen that before in my life.
Oh, that's how I work. I'm just saying, it's bigger than what you know. I know you want to like dance around it and all that, but the position is bigger than what you know.
I'm not trying to dance around. If you run a touchdown, then it's a touchdown. If you throw a pass, it's a touchdown.
They don't count.
If you skip in the end zone, it's a touchdown.
They don't count. When a quarterback throws for 40 TDs, they say, oh, he got 40 TDs, and they trying to give him the MVP. But yet you got a quarterback over here that ran for 38 TDs. He's not even considered for the MVP.
So what I want you to do for everybody that's listening, bring that paperwork in that shows.
I ain't got to bring it in. They know. Anybody that know football knows that.
Well, I guess I don't know football because when I see the stats and I looked at it, it counts as a touchdown. He runs it in, it counts as a touchdown.
They don't put it up there. Listen, man, it's the most racist position on the planet. I'm going to leave it at that.
It's a lot of things racist on the planet.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, Eagles won.
Yep.
They had almost 500 yards total.
Yep.
Slay got off.
Defense played out their mind.
Slay shut down Jefferson. He had how many interceptions?
He could have had 3.
And he shut him down. So that was important. But I don't want to get too excited. It's only 2 games. We have a long season.
But it wasn't a contest, though. Everybody thought that Minnesota was going to come in here and score 31, 38 points. But they was talking about Cousins like he was Tom Brady. I never was scared of no Kirk Cousins.
Cousins is nice.
Come on, man. Did he look nice last night?
He went against a top defense that did their thing.
Top defense? When was the Eagles ever the top defense?
This season.
They was getting ready to fire the defensive coordinator.
This season.
What are you talking about?
Did you see the game?
Did you see last week?
Did you see the game?
Yes. Did you see what Detroit did last week to this defense?
Detroit was last week. We're talking about they made the adjustments to Detroit.
Oh, man. Stop.
Can you stop living in the past? We beat Detroit.
We was getting ready to fire the defensive coordinator.
And then he did good against the Vikings. We just beat the Vikings. Can we stay in the present?
All I just want to say, I'm going to leave you
alone.
Washington
next week.
Listen, did that football team that everybody was raving about, that everybody was scared about, did they even look like they belonged on the same field with us?
Yes.
No, they didn't.
Yes.
Listen, Hurts was magnified as a quarterback. Cousins just looked like an old quarterback that been in the league for a long. That's it. It wasn't nothing special about him. But you could see everything special about Hurts, man.
Did you enjoy the game?
Electrifying, man.
Did you enjoy the game?
Did I?
All right, that's all that matters. Also, we got to touch on, again, I know it's trending, so we got to bring it back up because everybody's talking the whole P&B Rock, rest in peace. Like, what happened? We want to know what happened. Now, last we said we wasn't sure what happened, but we're hearing now from the police reports that he didn't want to give up his jewelry. They had a confrontation. He wasn't trying to give up his jewelry. So now the guy banged him and took it. Hit him in the chest, hit him in the back, and took his jewelry. And my thing is, all right, we're taking it too far with, because I want everybody to understand that if you get robbed or somebody get the drop on you, that don't make you a punk. If you say, yo, take it, you got it. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Some people just, they're afraid to be seen with somebody taking their jewelry, being on Instagram, and you might got to deal with that, but at least you have your life. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
In that situation, he should just gave his jewelry up. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And if it's under insurance, you get it back. Because, like, back in the day, and, we used to, like, get jewelry. Somebody said, yo, can I have that chain, whatever? Boom. You give it the chain to your man or whatever, and then you just go back to and say, you lost your jewelry, somebody stole it or whatever, you been robbed, and you get another piece of jewelry.
Right. It's definitely not worth your life. It's definitely not worth your life. Give it up. I'm going to tell you, I'm giving it up. If they got the drop on me and the hammer in my face, take it all, man. Just take it all.
Just take that. And
I'm not trying to say what the repercussions might be, but I'm still alive and I'm able to make that next action after that.
Right.
But if they got the drop on you, man, and just give it up, man. I mean, it's material. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no blood running through it. It ain't breathing. It's material. And, if you're getting money, I mean, you should be able to get that back, get something new.
Yeah.
But the thing you should be walking away with is your life, man. You shouldn't be dying over no material objects.
Yeah, over jewelry. Like, and all the money he had is wasn't even worth his life. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that don't stop what happened on the other side. Like, whoever killed him, they didn't have to kill him.
Well, you gotta understand what they said. What happens in that culture in L.A. For one, that's the wrong Roscoe's to go to. You know what I mean? So it was the wrong one to be at in South Central in the hood. And they said that was the whole point. Like, there were people saying that if he had a friend, or if he checked in type of situation, but they said check-in is not bad. That's an example. If you check in, somebody can make sure you're safe and tell you don't go there. If you say, hey, I'm about to go to Roscoe's here, oh, nah, I don't go to that one. Go to one on Hollywood. Go to one that, and they said that was the kind of issue. It was like, he went to the wrong one. He went to the one where street guys don't even go to. They said they wouldn't even be seen in that one. And they said they known since 2007, the game talked about in the song, they've been running there robbing people for jewelry and things like that. They sit there and watch, and they come in there and get them. So,
I mean, they do have that check-in rule when you go to Los Angeles. And, I mean, it's out there. That code, the check-in code is out there. But on the other side, still, I mean, come on, man. Like I said, you ain't have to kill a boy, man. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
At the same time, if he wasn't going to give his jewelry up, if you would have tried to wrestle it from him or something like that, and then, go about your business, maybe you give him a one, maybe y'all rumbling or whatever. But for you to say, I'm going to murder this man to take some jewelry, that's kind of disgusting to me.
Well, sometimes a lot of people get shot and they live. So you don't know what's going to happen when you shoot. A lot of people, some people got shot 9 times, 8 times, they're still walking. You see what I'm saying? Some people got hit with shotguns, stomach buster, all kind of situations. So it's just a different situation.
Yeah, but they don't, like these people out here right now, these cats out here right now don't have any remorse. So I could run up on you, I could take you, right? And then I can murder you, and then I can go get me a cheesesteak and some fries, and just, it's nothing. And look for the next victim.
That come with the game.
Man, I don't know. That sounds crazy. If that come with the game,
the streets are crazy.
Yeah, well then we in trouble. Then
we've been in trouble.
If it come with the game, then we in trouble.
Murderers eat too.
I mean, when you killing with no remorse, where you're not even thinking about it.
Murderers eat too.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think it's a mental health thing. But that's another show.
If I'm coming to rob you,
I'm not coming to kill you. I'm coming to rob you.
all right.
That's like if I set out to murder you, I'm coming to murder you. But if I'm coming to rob you, I don't want to murder you. So situations might happen where I end up murdering you, but that was not my intent. These cats coming with the intent to murder you and take whatever you got with no remorse. There's a difference. There used to be a code. You couldn't just kill people like that.
You did it with hungry wolves, man, hungry animals.
Hyenas, man. I don't know about
We
wolves.
did it with hyenas then. Take it on that level. And if you deal with hyenas, if you want to say on that level, then guess what? They're going to take whatever. They're just trying to eat, trying to do whatever they're trying to do because that's how their mentality is. So that's how the streets are. Murderers eat too. You mean to tell me people get murdered and they be like, nah, I'm not going to eat today. My stomach hurt. I just shot this bull. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying, I know they got to eat. I don't even want to say they're human. You know what I mean? I'm not even going to say they're human. I'm going to call them monsters, man. Like I said, hyenas,
they're definitely
animals.
monsters.
I mean, when you just murdering for basically nothing. You know what I'm saying? You're murdering for basically nothing, and you're doing it with no remorse. It's starting to become fun. It's starting to become a game. It's starting to become a trend where you just the value of life it just isn't there anymore. Now you can go out now that it's on the block. Now people, I think, would be more prepared.
You can't prepare for that.
I don't know. I don't know why not.
You can't because if
they can run down on you and you can murder them just as quickly as they can murder you.
If I gotta go eat with a gun in my lap, I'm not eating there. If I gotta eat with the gun on the table, I'm not eating there. Like, how can you enjoy your food and you gotta keep your finger on the trigger? So the gun's in one hand, and especially if I'm right-handed. So the gun's in my right hand, I gotta eat with my left hand with a fork.
Once you reach that status and you want to walk around with $1 million worth of jewelry on, you gotta put a team together. You got to have shooters with you. You're not walking around here where everybody hungry and starving with $1 million worth of jewelry on and not expect some type of conflict. Something is going to happen.
I don't think you had him in that with the wealth of jewelry. That's make it so bad.
Does Mayweather walk around with no security?
He's not Mayweather.
Does 50 Cent walk around with no security?
And they don't go to Roscoe's either.
Okay. Listen, man, once you reach a certain status and you out there and people know who you are and they can see you on TV, they can see you in videos, and they can see you moving around, if you could be seen, you can be hit. It was just a very unfortunate situation. Sad. Like, it hit me.
It's sad because we lost a legend. We lost a Philly legend. If you heard his music, you know, he created a lane.
Selfish is I love Selfish.
He created the lane to P&B, created a lane with rock and R&B. He had his own lane, his own sound. He opened the doors for lots of people saying you here today. So he did songs with everybody.
He was extremely talented. Man.
Yeah, definitely talented.
Like you said, the sound, Selfish, to me, is an all-time hit.
All right.
And I think you're going to be able to play that from next 30 years from now. Selfish.
Have you listened to any of his 5 albums or 6 or 7 albums? I know he had 5 albums that I know of. You listen to any of his albums?
I only listen to Selfish.
Okay, he has songs on there more than Selfish, so I'm gonna leave it at that. He has a ton of songs. You know what I mean? Ton of hits. You know. But my whole point is not to really talk about his catalog. My whole point is talk about, listen, if you got the drop on you with the jewelry, give it up. I mean, don't fight for the jewelry. Give it up. You got to just give it up.
Matter of fact, it's better for you. Like when I say somebody got the drop on you, you let them take what they want, and then when they walk away, then you light their ass up. That's what I'm saying. Give yourself an option. Don't leave yourself with no options. The option, by giving yourself an option, you give it up. Man, you got that. Take that. All right, go ahead, man. I'll see you later. And as they walking away, now you got the drop on them.
Well, that's not how it really works, but all right.
Yeah, okay. You tripping.
If somebody coming, I don't even want to I don't want to the how to rob show, but if somebody coming in on you with that heat and that intensity, listen, it's quick, it's move, it's give it up, and I'm out.
No. All
right, listen.
Give it to them as they walking away, light their ass up.
Okay.
Fuck, let's go, man. No, man, I'm sorry.
Keep watching these movies.
Yeah, whatever. It's real. It ain't no movie, man.
All right, listen.
It's real out here.
That ain't my point, though. My point is, just don't fight for your jewelry. It's a sad situation. That whole situation. It's going to be trending for a while. They're still investigating the situation. You know, so I don't want to get into any other details. I'm just saying, just be careful. And real quick, now we got to touch on what we talked about Chicago. I talked about the no cash situation, but now we got to dig into people's asking questions. How was it called the purge law? And then, you and I was talking about that. So I'm going to let you lead off with that one on what the breakdown is on why 2023 January is dangerous for Chicago and why everybody's calling it the purge law.
Why everyone is calling it the purge law? Because that's exactly what it is. Anytime you can, listen.
No, you say the details you and I was talking about the other day on what is it that they're not going to do. What is it? I'm pretty much saying, like, take the floor and break that down. What is you can't do?
All right, this is what they're going. Basically, what they saying is what I heard or what I researched and read on is that you could commit a crime, right? You could shoot somebody, you could murder somebody, or any crime. They'll bring you in, they'll put you through the booking system and all that, and then they'll release you. There's no more cash bond.
Right. So in other words, if you do anything, as long as you have a court date, they're going to let you go.
Yes.
Until your court date.
And no cash bond.
So that's why they said it's the whole purge thing, because people won't be able to murder you and get away with it.
Yeah.
And they won't be able to get detained for 48 hours later after you murder somebody. So that's going to be a little crazy.
Like I said, they're going to have to build a task force because they got to retrieve these people. Once they release them, they got to come get them again.
Right.
So they making the police officers work harder.
Well, they don't have to get them again.
They can't. No, they going to jail.
No, what happens is, as long as they have a court date, they got to show up for their court date. That's what it comes down. And if they don't show up for the court date.
You think the murderer going to show up for his court date? Ain't that a flight risk? That's a very high flight risk.
Get your popcorn ready. It's going to be interesting. The show is going to be Chicago is about to get interesting.
Oh my goodness! Oh man.
Maybe it's supposed to go into effect January 2023. Maybe something may stop it. It's too early to say.
If they already shooting each other up in Chicago, by them putting this law out, it's almost systematic. It's almost schematics in my mind telling me that they want a bunch of people to murder each other because that's how it's going to go down.
I mean, yeah, it's a whole lot going to happen. But I just want to touch on that again.
A lot of people going to die. Chicago once had 48 people shot in one night. So imagine what the numbers going to be now that this law, well, whenever
everybody just going
to,
well, they're actually letting you defend yourself now too. So everybody going to have guns.
Oh my goodness, that's going to be a blood.
So somebody, like I said, so somebody is squatting in your house or anything like that, you can't put them out. You got to just use your own, whatever you think is the best way to handle it to get them out.
So I could kill them, put them out, and I'm good.
They didn't say that. They just said whatever you think is the best way to handle it, take the law and pretty much just do what you got to do.
All right, if you walk into somebody's house in Florida, what's going to happen?
I don't know about Florida. I'm talking about Illinois right now. So I don't understand.
Think about
it.
Know. Come on, man.
But
it's going to be a bloodbath over there. I don't even know how. That's like, I don't get it. It's like the dumbest.
I just had to talk about that because that's what people were talking about.
Yeah, that's the dumbest thing I ever heard. Illinois, I would move. It wouldn't be no residency there. Everybody just need to get out of there because they tripping.
Hey, some people got, trigger happy fingers. They want to be there.
That's what I just told you.
You got people. Nah, forget the gangs. You got people
go crazy.
Forget the gangs. You got people that go to shooting ranges, buy these guns, do all this target practice, and they want to use their gun on somebody. So you got a lot of those out there too.
Well, they gonna get the opportunity.
You got a lot of retired military.
I did something to my mic.
Yeah, you might have tapped it. Might have been your breath. I don't know. It could be, man.
It'll never be my breath.
I don't know.
I use peroxide and everything else, bro. Look at my teeth. Boy, they my breath,
yeah, but all right,
I'm back.
So
this guy.
Anyway, so remember that case with Cardi B and that the online what's it, the vlogger, the YouTuber, Tasha K. Mm-hmm. She sued her for false allegations, saying that she had an STD and all this type of stuff. And Cardi B ended up winning. She owed Cardi B, so Cardi B ended up winning millions. So she owed millions.
Right.
And
where's she gonna get it from?
The chick Tasha K, like, I ain't got that kind of money.
That's what I just said.
And then so she tried to appeal it, and Cardi says, I still want my money. So now they're looking at, like, taking over our whole situation. But check this out. The chick moved to Africa.
Just where she better be.
They got pictures of her online. She now moved to Africa. She said, listen, it's the whole new life in Africa.
Yeah.
She not even trying to do
Mambumba.
Because Cardi not letting her up.
Nah, yeah,
she's not letting her breathe off of that.
Well, good life in Africa. It's the motherland. Now you home. Now you home.
And she owes her $4 million. And Cardi said that she want that.
Oh, yeah.
And if not, they're going to start taking assets like the house, the car. They was getting ready to start taking all the assets.
Well, what is it that the girl do anyway? Is she an artist or something?
It's a YouTuber.
She ain't making no money like that.
She doing the interviews. Right. She don't have that kind of money.
Type of money. Like, come on. Nigga.
But Cardi knows that. But Cardi trying to teach her a lesson.
Oh, yeah. Well, lesson learned.
You know what I mean? Pretty much shut her down because,
Now she in the bushes with a bone through her nose. Yeah, she'll be all right.
Hey, listen, speaking of Africa, they're saying that movie Woman King with Viola Davis.
Yeah.
They said it's not official. The information, they're trying to say that the history has been whitewashed and they're not being truthful about this tribe. So they said the great tribe, I ain't even try to get into these names. I didn't watch the movie. I'm not even going to pretend. But they're trying to say that the tribe, this woman tribe, this all-woman tribe, could be so great, is also part of the slave trade. And they're making it look like they didn't have much to do with it, and they was fighting for the slaves. Well, they were the ones that actually were selling the slaves more than anything. And they saying like they're trying to switch the whole history around.
Well, who's doing that?
Whoever's the writers.
So who's the producer of this all brown movie?
Well, Viola Davis is whose name they're using, but supposedly there's some other names behind it. Of course, that's always.
Are there any? All I'm saying is Caucasians behind producing this movie. That's all I want to know. Is Caucasians behind writing and producing this movie?
You have to ask Viola Davis. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's the only way you're going to get the falsified documentation.
I just don't know why we got to keep making slave movies. Even though it's not a slave movie per se, but it's dealing with, like, she was doing good with her other movies, her TV shows, or How to Get a Murder, this show, that show. Now all of a sudden you want to go to Muzumba or whatever they are, right? And you want to start this great women tribe. I get it, great women tribe.
But I'm gonna blow your mind. Marvel made Wonder Woman, right? Right?
Just keep going so I can laugh.
Marvel made Wonder Woman, right?
All right, keep going so I can laugh.
And they supposed to be this great tribe of Amazonian women, right?
Okay, just keep going.
All right, where do you think they got that from?
Just keep going.
Where do you think they stole that from?
Just keep going.
Like Elvis stole all his music,
Just keep going.
right? And his style of singing
Keep going.
from the brothers and the sisters.
Keep going.
That's what's going down.
Keep going. All right, so just because I know you don't, that's not your lane. Comics is not your lane. You don't even know that kind of stuff. So I would say, be careful when you talk to.
Oh, I know deeply about that stuff. I know. Come on, man. I know the culture.
You do not.
I know the history.
All right.
I know the
right,
great. 'Cause
listen.
what do you think go on? Just because I don't display
No.
a great skill of thought sometimes because I really don't need it. I mean,
You said
we
Marvel-
compacting everything into an
You
hour.
said Marvel
I gotta
made
give you
Wonder
my whole
Woman.
catalog of my brain.
You just said Marvel made Wonder Woman. You shut down every piece of knowledge you have. That's a DC thing. DC and Marvel been vibing back and forth. Everybody know DC is Wonder Woman. So that's why I said let's just come off.
You
of
went
that.
way off the track
That's a big point.
of me telling you where they
Because you
got
said you know.
that woman tribe
You
from.
said you know comics.
I'm trying to tell you that tribe is supposed to be
But you said you know
women
comics.
of color,
But you said you know comics.
not Wonder Woman.
But you said you know
And
comics.
you over here
That's important.
yeah,
Yeah, that's important, man.
over some DC and Marvel, man.
Do you understand the rivalry between DC and Marvel? That's like Crips and Bloods,
Like a
man.
kid, man.
Yeah, rifle. That's the big rivalry.
No, man.
You got people that don't even watch DC
Oh, my.
because they so big on Marvel.
Man, let me find out you a tech, man.
You know what I mean?
Let me
You know
find
I'm a
out
tech. You know I'm a computer tech. That ain't no
Oh,
secret.
man, you a techie, bro.
That's no secret. I have a degree. No, come on, and certifications. We know that. That's no surprise.
Wow.
That's not don't
Big
pretend.
Arm is a techie.
Don't be like you're surprised about that.
He just went ready to go in on me over some DC and Marvel. Keep going.
Yeah, keep going. I'm gonna tell you. And then if you'd have said, you know what, I don't know much about the comics. I know some of it, but I'd be like, all right, cool. Well, let me just drop this on you. But you was like, I know everything. It's my thing. You talk about. I said, all right, nah, you really don't.
All right, well, quiz me then. I'm a comic book bull, bro.
You get the first answer
Quiz me.
wrong. Get the first answer
Quiz
wrong.
me.
You just said Wonder Woman was Marvel.
Let's talk about the characters and the stories. Go ahead, break it down.
You said Wonder Woman was Marvel. Why even continue after that?
You don't know, do you?
All right,
You don't know nothing.
listen.
See, come on, man.
So what's
Break it down.
crazy? Well, what's crazy? They were talking about this. Remember that pastor in Brooklyn?
Mm-hmm.
No, is he Brooklyn? He's in Brooklyn. The pastor in Brooklyn, and
The one that got robbed in his
He got
church?
robbed, right?
Yeah.
So now they got him supposedly gripping a girl up in his church.
What? This bull. He a pimp.
Listen,
She ain't have his money.
listen. Now the internet got it looking, said he choking her. The girl pressed charges, right?
Oh, this dude is a whole nut.
If you watch the video, I don't know why I ain't send it to you. I always send you everything else, right? But if you watch the video, he's preaching the sermon. He got a Dior suit, right? He got a Dior suit, right?
man.
So the lady walks up talking something, saying something, and then saying something to him, and then you see he running grab her. He went to grab her.
He do that? Come on, man.
Listen,
It wasn't part of the sermon?
nah, this wasn't. Listen, usually I say some stuff is fake, but supposedly, I said he just burned the church, man. I never heard.
down there and start choking her?
Yeah, listen,
He gripped up.
it cut off the screen, but I'm just saying they need to just burn the church, man. Anybody that goes to that church after that, you need to be found. I don't know, like it doesn't make any. I've never seen a pastor grip somebody up. I know that's what. And then they got ushers and bishops and everybody else that do that, you know. Even the what's the ladies at the funerals, the mean ladies, like you got all kind of people.
Oh my goodness, he's taking it to the next level. Yeah, he taking church to the next level.
Listen,
wow.
So they pressed charges on him. The cops came and arrested him. Came and arrested him, right? So in his defense, he says, well, she was talking. He said it was a group of women. They was trying to sabotage the church, and they said they was going to do this and online this. And when I seen them talking, I wasn't ignoring. But then I see them rushing. She was rushing over to my wife and my kids, and what they was going to do. So I had to grab her. I was like,
he was lying.
He said, "You don't know if they had a knife. You don't know what they had."
He was lying.
I'm like, I've never.
Oh, he should have said he was trying to baptize her or something in the name of Jesus. That's what he should have said. You know what I mean?
And it didn't look like a baptism, so he could have said that. It wasn't no water around.
Sometimes he smack him in the forehead, and that's,
It wasn't no water around. But I just had to mention that because I watched that, and I was just like, did he just grab her in the middle of his sermon?
Get up. That boy wrong for that.
I'm telling you, if somebody need to come with a camera to his next church service and film everybody that goes in that door. Because
he is trying to stay irrelevant.
The door should be, the door should not even, and you know what? I thought it may be fake because they dropped all the charges on him.
Wow.
Somehow the charges didn't stick. I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's trying to stay irrelevant. Yeah, if you're watching us right now, like, comment, subscribe, share, and hit that bell.
Hit that bell. We thank everybody.
We live here on Glockaware Radio. Listen, man. He wrong, man. The boy got problems. He got issues.
Listen, I had to say it. Listen. You know what's got issues? Who? But we all love him to death. Who? Kanye West, man.
Oh, here you go with
listen. Kanye is like, he said, listen, he wants to break apart from all the corporate companies he's been working with.
Right.
The Adidas, the Gaps. Mm-hmm. He says he keeps stealing his ideas, taking things from him.
They're trying to underhand him.
He's tired of being silent.
They're trying to underhand him.
He can't get in any of the meetings.
They sneaky.
He can't get any of the meetings.
Yes, you need to cut ties.
But he technically can't cut ties because he has contracts still. I was trying to say, I said, well, how long is his contracts? Well,
why can't he get in meetings when it has something to do with him? I mean, it's his brand, so why he can't come into meetings?
Well, that's what he says. They saying like that's not his department. Like, you know what I mean?
It's still my brand though. I want to see what's going on. I want to hear y'all ideas. I want to know how y'all handling my brand.
Well, obviously it's not his. That's the whole point. He signed a deal with Adidas, and he has another deal with Gap.
Okay.
So it's almost like the record label signing you. You get what I'm saying?
But his name is on it. He got jeans. He got stuff. He got clothes. And
I think the name, is whatever happens, he must not own it, because if he had owned it, he wouldn't have to go through this. That's what I'm saying.
I guess he was just giving people a piece of the pie, and I mean, this is what's going to happen.
It's the same thing with like Jordans, right? Michael Jordan don't own Nike, and he don't own Jordan, but he make money off every shoe. You get what I'm saying? So it's like he's upset. He says he's about to break off from him and go solo.
Jordan don't own Jordans?
Stop playing, man.
I'm dead serious, man. I thought Mike was a better businessman than that.
He's an excellent businessman. He making crazy bread off of Jordan. But you think, come on, man. That's who.
But you gotta understand something. That's who the sneaker is. It's Jordan.
But he signed. All right, let me ask you a question.
It's Jordan.
All right, let me ask you a question. Do artists that sign to a label own the label or own the music that they actually do on the label?
Yeah, they own their masters.
They do not.
How do you know? What artists you know don't own their own masters?
That's not how that works. The label owns everything.
Not your masters?
Yes, your masters. Yes, unless you pay for the student. Unless you pay for
every label don't own your masters, man. Listen, Prince owned his masters.
Do you know what do you
Michael
know?
Jackson owned his masters. These artists who own their masters.
Okay, do you? Oh gosh, man.
I understand what you're saying about the label. I truly, and the label pay for certain stuff, and the label got to get their money. I understand that.
How did we get here? How did we just get? All right, so do you understand that Prince, right? He was called Prince,
Right.
and he had an issue with the label and his masters, and he came up with the symbol,
Right.
because they couldn't incorporate because he didn't own Prince.
Right.
They own Prince.
Right.
So that's what happens when you sign to the label. They own everything. Music. That's why people get upset.
So people need to negotiate better. That's what they need to do. Because what you're saying is you're selling your brand and yourself. You just sold yourself and your brand to a company to mass produce for you. By them mass producing for you, they now own you and your name. You're no longer that person once you sign that paper.
You're that person, but you're in debt because they funded your marketing, they funded your promotion, they funded the project. So you got to pay that millions of dollars back to even own. But you're not even making that much money on sales yet, so you can't own it. But it's not how.
All
it
right, we
works.
ain't gonna get deep into this because I know you got a lot in that pad. Because
I don't have
I was
nothing
getting
in
ready
there.
to move. I was getting ready to move on to Master P.
I'm glad we ain't doing that. So I'm so glad we ain't doing
Because
that.
you talking all that. Listen, it's smart business people out there
You have
that would
people-
not put themselves in that bond for a couple of dollars. See, you think about, I'm about to get all this money. I'm about to live this lavish life, and you just signed your whole life over.
All right. Do you know how much it costs for your masters?
No, I don't.
All right. So let's just start with there. So people can't afford to buy their masters half the time, right?
Puffy wanted $2 million
Right.
for some masters.
Right, exactly. You get what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that sometimes it's not even up for sale. That's not up for sale. You want to make points and royalties off of what they give you.
Right.
When you sign,
Uh-huh.
you don't have it. But I don't want to do the whole label deal situation. But my whole point was that Ye doesn't, Jordan doesn't own. We all know Jordan doesn't own Jordan. He
Ray
just-
Charles owns his masters. He asked for them. But anyway, go ahead.
There's a way
He was
you
a good businessman.
There's a way
but
you
anyway.
can fight to get your masters. That's a whole nother story. But my whole point is that Kanye wants to go solo
Right.
because he's upset because he felt like he came up with these brands.
Right.
Now the icing on the cake for him was that when he came out with the new Yeezy sneaker with Adidas,
Right.
and he came out with he said Adidas made a slide look just like his, and he was like they copied the style.
That's slimy. Tell me that ain't slimy. Come on, man. That's slimy.
But Ye feels like that slide. Slide's been going on before Ye. That's why I'm like, I get that he has a different form that he did, but
But
he
they
feel
can't
like,
sue him. They can't sue him.
He feel like he started the slides. He also said he started the round jackets,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I tie into the bubble jackets when he talked that way.
Yeah, the bubbles.
But he said he started all that. He feel like that he started all these things.
Right.
I'm like, I don't know if he started all that.
But everybody can look at a design and say, all right, that's Ye. They can say, yo, all right, look at the design. That's Ye. So if I look at it, you know what it is? I'm going to tell you what they doing. You know the vendors out here selling bootleg stuff? They bootlegging, but they bootlegging on another level.
They pretty much is paying him to shut up. That's what they doing. He said he's not doing it no more. He's gonna break away.
They pressed them things out, knowing that they wasn't the real Yeezys or anything to do with Yeezy.
He can't go nowhere.
And they wanted to make 100% profit off his idea.
Well, he's in his Yeezy contract till 2026.
That's thievery. That's thievery.
And it's these 350 Yeezys, whatever. And he jokes and says they're gonna be his baby mamas, like talking about Adidas and Gap, his baby mamas. So they're gonna have to co-parent his 350s and things. They're gonna have to share those. And for Gap, he's in the Gap till 2030, so he can't get out of his contract till 2030. So, but he plans on going solo anyway, and just leaving the situation.
I mean, I know he's a billionaire, but goodness gracious.
But the funniest thing he said,
that's 8 more years.
in his rant, because he said he gets on the phone and he's trying to argue with these people on how he wants his stuff done, and how he wants things to be, and then he gets mad and he says, if I argue with someone broker than me, my only outcome is I get broker. You say it's like this guy. So his nigga, why is he said he has all the money. Why is he arguing with these people? The people that actually work for the companies, what he's saying. So,
that makes some good sense.
But that
only his mind could come up with something like that. But
right.
it sounds real to me. I mean,
so,
I feel him. I feel where he's coming from. Why am I arguing with you peasants?
So he's going to break off from all these other. It's going to be interesting to see what happens when you leave a big power like Adidas and a big power like Gap that's been backing you and put you in that position. It's going to be interesting to see. Now they got somebody working for him now for his company's going to be called Donda, named after his great mother, and he's going to start putting it in different stores, opening stores called Donda. And then he's gonna have his Yeezy stuff in there.
He good. He gonna make some more billions. He got a heck of a following. You can't be afraid of Reebok and Nike and all these major because they started from somewhere. They became these major corps. They from somewhere. Somebody started it. So if he starts something and come just as big as them, you can't be scared of them. Don't let them. Don't let them pull you in like that.
It's not about being scared. A lot of them have the resources, design crews. It's a lot that goes into a brand and clothes and things. So. And the marketing as well, it's a lot. He can't do everything, is what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. I know you want to pay somebody for that convenience, but when they start acting crazy like you need them, then, you need to step out of that box.
In his mind, he feels like,
it's comfortable.
Right.
Yo, what's going on with your boy and his wife?
I don't know, but hold on before you do that.
Okay.
Do you know that I'm interested to hear this. What boy and who wife? I'm like, what did you just come up with? I'm interested to hear it. I definitely want to hear the boy and who wife. I'm definitely interested to hearing that, man.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. I'm just gonna say TB.
Who's that?
You don't know who Tom Brady is?
Oh, that guy. What about him?
His wife, man.
What about her?
She getting ready to divorce him.
Do you believe that?
Yeah, I do. I believe that.
I don't see that happening.
And she went over to France.
Paris. But go ahead. It's past France. Cool, go ahead. I'm just saying. She came back already. She came back already.
And she came back with a smile on her face.
She been back. You understand?
All the time they want to take your place. Them.
You gotta understand, right?
Pipe stabbers.
She's in a position
pipe
where
stabbers.
Think about it. She wants to divorce him, right?
Right.
Because she said he didn't unretire. He unretired. He said he was going to not play football anymore. And just stay home. And he didn't. So she's mad about that because she wants him to be this stay home dad and not play no more. So it's like you gotta support first of all, he has maybe this is last year. He's 45, right? And he's gonna go to the booth next. You gotta support your husband or your spouse's dreams all the way through. Right?
She did that for 20 years.
But okay, his dream is still going. His dream is still going.
No, he doesn't have to play anymore. He's selfish.
So what?
He's extremely selfish.
So what? They still got to.
How you gonna say that I retired to your family? I'm retired. We about to be I'm about to be in you guys' life more and blah blah blah. And then that change your mind in the mid of everything and say nah.
All right. So think about this. All right. She gets divorced, right?
Right.
Now you have somebody who's gonna watch the kids then, because now y'all not living in the same household. So now you make your situation harder, right? You get divorced because you feel like you have less time to yourself, right? And now you really gonna have less time to yourself. And then you look crazy to the world and to the media because it's not like it's like, oh, he did this, he did that, he hit me, he cheated. No, he just said, I want to play football again. Oh, football another year? I'm not having it. You look crazy.
She don't look crazy. What about if she been oppressing herself because of his career? What about if some things she want to do and she needs somebody to watch the kids?
Okay.
What about because she getting up there too?
Okay. So what happens if he watched the kids, right? I mean, they get divorced. So who gonna watch the kids?
they gonna co-parent.
All right, you missed that point. He's playing football.
Right.
He's in season.
Right.
Right? Mm-hmm. So she divorces him.
Right.
Who watches the kids?
Grandma,
because
aunt, cousin, because somebody gonna get paid.
Because here's the thing. If you want to divorce because you want to do your own thing, then that means you got to find somebody to watch the kids while you do your own thing. So what man are you going to find to come in a situation and say, okay, I'll watch the kids, go do your own thing?
Man, they got nannies, man. They got They got elite nannies. Right. Elite.
So here's the thing.
They can pay for that.
Okay. So she can have a nanny anyway without divorcing them. Just get the nanny. What's the big deal? Get the nanny.
Yeah, I think she went out anyway.
I don't think she's going nowhere.
Yeah, we'll see.
She ain't going nowhere.
Okay.
You just like taking shots at Tom Brady.
Nah, she was out there with Amistad, piping her brains out. She ready. She's ready to go.
I don't care if Amistad is when Zimbabwe pipe their brains out. That don't mean she's getting divorced. She gonna come back. You know what I'm saying? Be right back when she got the phone. So it don't matter who piped their brains out.
Right,
at the end of the day,
I feel you.
For the public image, it's not a good look if she tries to divorce him right now.
I mean, look, he got money. He getting ready to get a $38 million or $30 million TV gig anyway. I don't think she's trying to walk away from that cash anyway. She'd be stupid.
Well, she get divorced, she still get that whole settlement thing.
All right, well, then she divorcing them then.
She ain't divorced. she make, you know what? Mm-hmm. People that don't know, she makes more money than him. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Once upon a time, he was doing about, I want to say between 37 and 42 million a year. Mm-hmm. She was doing 65 to 67 million a year. My numbers might not be accurate, but it's a roundabout way. And then she had, a few years ago, she had another deal, like right before COVID, sometime, a few years before COVID, she had another deal. Because remember, she's this top model, top this, top that. Yeah. And she was making $100 million a year. So she was always had more money anyway. That's why Tom Brady never cared about it. He never was the highest paid quarterback. So it can't be about money. They have money.
He like, my wife make $100 million. What I need that for?
Exactly.
Get me some weapons.
So,
get me some weapons.
But that's a good topic. Should the woman suppress their careers or their dreams for their man's or their husband's career?
And I say absolutely not.
So what do you do if she is already supporting them? Mm-hmm. So is she going to pull the plug and say, I'm going to give your dreams a time limit?
She did more than her share already. He been playing for over 20 years, man. That's a lot of time.
Yeah.
She did more than her part already.
But the off season, he's home.
Whatever, man. He's still working.
So do you think? Okay, so take it off for her.
It's her turn, man.
So
it's her turn.
Okay, so take it off for her.
He's selfish dude.
So take it off for her.
Right.
And just in general, should the woman support the man's dreams and goals?
Of course, we should support each other's dreams.
So what is the time limit of supporting the man's dreams and goals? Because that's what it comes down to. You can't tell me my dream and goal has a time limit or expiration.
Yes, it has to. Going. Yes, it has to.
Okay, what is it? So how many years is it?
10, at least 10. 10 is good. 10 is good.
So 10 years, you got to stop your dream, your goal, and your business, no matter how successful you are. That's what I believe?
I'm saying your business should be up and running.
Okay, fine.
And sufficient.
It's running. Okay.
And moving in 10 years.
All right.
Therefore, it's no longer a dream no more. It's just management. Now it's just management.
Okay. So that doesn't fit this scenario, right? Because he don't have a business like that. He's actually, he does have TB12, but I'm saying he actually talking about him playing. So
he played for over 20 years. You know how long 20 years is?
So what happened was when she married him, she underestimated this man. She didn't think it was going to be that long.
If they got married when they was 20, now they in their 40s, and he's still trying to live his dream.
But she didn't think he was going to play this long. She looking at the average football player.
He should have been stopped. He should have been quit.
But he's an anomaly. So
whatever, man.
So she got to eat that. You happen to have somebody that figure out how to have longevity and play longer. So the woman should support the man's dream as long as the dream goes. And then when the dream stops, okay. But you can't shorten the man's dream just because you feel like it should be over.
He won a Super Bowl. Came back the next year, didn't make it. The Rams did it. Then came back the next year after that. When he won the Super Bowl, it was over.
He won 7.
But it was over.
He's been there 10 times.
All right, bro, that's it. It's done.
Who's to say?
Walk away.
Who's to say?
You won a Super Bowl. Walk away. And he won that Super Bowl in cheating fashion once again. 10 penalties in the first half.
We're going to do that.
But once he won that Super Bowl, it was over. It was over.
Listen, woman.
I understand her pain. I understand her anger.
Listen,
like,
woman.
bro, you won another freaking Super Bowl. Retire. Just retire. So I can do some things.
All I'm saying is, listen, man.
All right.
Women, support your man. And
Men support your women.
Of course. But I'm not talking about that. We're talking about the whole thing. But it's cool. You know what's interesting, though?
What?
The NBA is ready to get rid of the one and done rule. Remember that rule?
One and done.
Right.
No. Tell me about that rule.
You do. The one and done mean you had to at least do 1 year of college before you can go to the NBA.
Oh, so straight out of high school?
They about to bring that back.
Yeah, bring it back.
They about to bring that back.
Yeah, that's you know what, man? Nah, listen.
All right, here
Listen,
we go. Here we go.
I mean, don't do
man,
that.
Here we go.
Don't do that.
Here we go.
And I don't want to sound like a hater.
You're gonna be a hater.
Unless the young boys in anatomy, phenomenal coming out of high school, and his skill set and the way he played is undeniable, like a Kobe Bryant or a LeBron James. I think it would be better for the league if these kids played at least 3 years of college basketball.
That's why you're not in the
Before
office.
coming for
That's
the
why you're not in
pros.
the NBA office. That's why you're not there. That's why.
It's diluting the project. Like, you getting players that's underdeveloped. You understand what I'm saying? If you bring in a more developed player, it's better for the league.
Well,
That's why these guys are sitting on the bench.
The issue is there's a lot of guys who come out out of high school ready to play in the league. They're already top prospects. They get 1 year of college, they play college, and they get injured. And then they draft stats drop and everything else changes about their whole life and career, about how their basketball game. So they're saying it's better to just go in. It's because you're holding them back. And a lot of it just deal with the money in their situations.
Yeah, but you have to learn how to play the game. You might not get hurt, but you go to the NBA in 1 year and you don't know anything, that could ruin your career.
All right, so
Because it's going to ruin your confidence, for one, because you don't know the game.
So there's a bunch of guys from Moses Malone to Sean Kemp, a bunch of guys from Kobe Bryant to LeBron James who went straight to college. But
that's a handful.
Who skipped at college and went straight to the NBA.
That's a handful.
Okay.
That don't happen all the time.
There's a whole bunch of fools. But I'm just
saying. How
saying.
many Morants out there right now? How many Morants? How many Bulls coming straight out of college balling like Morant right now?
Our Bulls is balling, man. I'm looking at the numbers of how much they score, not how you look flashy and everything. So look at who balling. A lot of cats is balling right now.
But how many of them know the game? You got to know the game.
Okay, what does it mean? How can you tell if a player knows the game or not?
By the way they play it. That's simple. That ain't simplex, bro. That's simple.
I always got to thumb through stuff to find stuff because I'm like, we got a short window, show about to end.
If a quarterback come out of college in 1 year and then he want to play the quarterback position, right?
Yeah, nothing I said.
You think he gonna be good?
Yeah, nothing I said. But I love that when you do that. I love that. I love when you do that. But
you gotta learn the game.
Meanwhile, Kim Kardashian's being petty. Mm-hmm. She's buying or bought a house in Malibu. Mm-hmm. Spent like $70 million on it. Mm-hmm. Cindy Crawford used to own it, whatever. But the thing why it's petty because Kanye is building one 14 miles down the road. So she said, okay, I'm in Malibu too.
Oh, man, whatever. I don't even want to talk about them no more.
How can you not? They always
that's
stuff.
just dumb. I bought a $70 million house over here.
Yeah.
I'm going to spend $14 million over here. Oh, go ahead. I'm going to spend $30 million over here.
Yeah.
And we starving!
I don't know who's starving, but I hear you. I don't know why you're starving, but
let's end it, bro.
Yeah, that's how you feel. We can't end it. I gotta say one more thing.
All right, good.
So, good old McDonald's, right? It happens, right? Mm-hmm. So, these people. It's happening in New York too, in Manhattan. They beat up this guy.
Right.
3 guys beat up this brother. They punching on him, right?
Right.
In McDonald's, whatever argument happened, they punching on him.
Right.
Then he's standing there like the punch is not phasing him.
Right.
So when they get done punching him, he got a bag on his back.
Right.
So he goes and get his backpack off his back. Guess what he pulled out? I don't know, guess anything. Who cares, man?
Pulled the stick out.
Nah, he pulled out an axe, like a tomahawk axe. So he starts chopping up tables, chopping up walls. You know what I mean? He smacked one of them in the head. You know what I mean? And they all scared, like, back down.
He pulled out an axe.
He said, y'all don't want nothing now. Y'all don't want nothing now.
Oh, man.
But I had to laugh at that. But you never know what somebody got in their bag.
Yeah, that's an axe murderer right there, man.
But he didn't use it on. He didn't kill nobody.
I thought you say he might pulled out a bowl of macaroni and cheese or something, man.
And McDonald's
smack somebody upside the head with a bag of macaroni and cheese. Man.
So I'm just saying.
Right.
I'm just saying. I found it interesting that he pulled an axe out, but he got charged. They locked him up. And my thing was, I was like, how they gonna lock him up, right? Mm-hmm. They're gonna lock this guy up. They're gonna charge this guy, right? Mm-hmm. Because he damaged property, things of that nature. But the other guys that he attacked, what happened to the 3 guys that beat up on him?
They was just so thrown off about the axe, they forgot all about that.
That's what was crazy.
They was just tripping over the axe, and he was tearing up the place. You know what I mean?
Oh, he was tearing it up. But all right. So on that note,
I'm so glad we had this time together.
Who sang that song?
I don't know.
Where you get it from?
I don't know.
Okay. The Albert Costello again. Hey, listen, man. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Billionaire Radio. Hit that bell. Hit the bell. We thank everybody for tuning in. Season 2, episode 74 in the books. Sponsored by Alpha for You. We out. Billions.